Hello everyone. Today, we Group 19 will be presenting a case study on Boeing supply chain challenges, particularly focusing on logistical inefficiencies that have impacted its operations. We'll explore the root causes of these challenges, examine industry's best practice, and propose solutions that can help Boeing enhance its supply chain resilience. The presentation will follow a structured approach, including an introduction, literature review, research methodology, data analysis, recommendations, and a conclusion. By the end, you will gain insights into how Boeing can strengthen its supply chain and mitigate future risks. Let's begin with the introduction. Boeing operates a complex global supply chain with thousands of suppliers contributing to its aircraft manufacturing process. Logistical challenges in aviation are critical because delays and inefficiencies can lead to massive financial losses and safety concerns. This research aimed to examine Boeing's logistical inefficiencies, their impact on production, and potential solutions. The key research questions focus on identifying Boeing's major supply chain issues, assessing their effects on operations, and exploring strategies to optimize its logistics. Addressing these challenges is vital for improving Boeing's operational efficiency, reducing delays, and ensure competitiveness in the aerospace industry. When we're looking at the overview of literature review, supply chain management is essential in aviation due to the industry's reliance on a global network of suppliers. Literature highlights that supply chain resilience is crucial for mitigating risks related to geopolitical events, economic fluctuations, and supply disruptions. The aviation sector demands high precision in logistics to ensure timely aircraft production. Digital transformation, supply chain risk management, and lean manufacturing are key focus areas in recent studies. These theoretical insights will help us understand Boeing's logistical inefficiencies and how adopting these practices can enhance its supply chain performance. Coming to the key theoretical models of framework, several theoretical models provide a framework for understanding Boeing's supply chain challenges. Supply chain risk management SCRM assess vulnerabilities and risk mitigation strategies. Lean and just-in-time manufacturing focus on reducing waste and improving efficiency but require strong supplier coordination. Porter's value chain model highlights how optimizing different supply chain activities can enhance efficiency and competitiveness. By applying these models, we can critically evaluate Boeing's current logistics strategy and identify key gaps. These models will serve as a foundation for analyzing Boeing's supply chain inefficiencies and proposing strategic improvements. Next, I invite Shefin to present the next slide.
Uh, Shafinia, I'm here to discuss about research methodology overview, research data collection, theoretical model application, and identifying Boeing logistical problems. First of all, I'm discussing about research methodology overview. This research uses a case study approach focusing on Boeing due to the extensive supply chain network and history of logistical inefficiencies. Here, the secondary data is used, including academic research, industry report, and Boeing operational data. This method provides insight into past and present supply chain challenges. By analyzing Boeing financial and supply chain performance along with the industry report, it helps to identify trends and patterns. A comparison with competitors like Airbus allows for benchmarking the best practices. This research methodology ensures a comprehensive and understanding of Boeing supply chain issues and potential strategies for improvement. The second next slide is research data collection. The research utilizes secondary data sources including academic literature, management reports, and industry insights from Boeing and its competitors. Academic study provide a theoretical perspective on supply chain management, while management report offer the real-world insight into Boeing logistics. Industry Industry reports such as financial statement and supply chain performance analysis, it helps to contextualize the Boeing's inefficiencies. By combining these sources, we ensure a well-rounded understanding of Boeing's logistical challenges. This data-driven approach allows for a detailed analysis of Boeing's supply chain and its shortcomings and potential improvement based on industry practices. The next slide is theoretical model application. This research applies the key theoretical framework to access the Boeing's logistical inefficiencies. The, the supply chain risk management framework evaluates the vulnerabilities and the risk mitigation strategies. Lean and just-in-time principle assure access the efficiency improvements. Porter's value chain models identifies the various areas where supply chain optimization can enhance the competitiveness. By integrating this framework, we can systematically analyze Boeing's supply chain gaps, supplier coordination challenges, and risk mitigation approaches. Understanding these models helps us access Boeing's current strategies and highlighted areas require strategic improvement to enhance supply chain resilience and operational efficiency. The next slide is identifying Boeing's logistical problems. Boeing has faced several supply chain disruption due to the outsourcing failures and global crisis. The 1787 Dreamliner program suffered from excessive outsourcing, causing quality control issues and production delays. The COVID-19 pandemic further exposed vulnerabilities in Boeing's supply chain and led to material shortages and delivery setbacks. Uh, Supplier mismanagement and transportation bottlenecks. These issues have resulted in raw material availability have compounded these challenges. So we can explore the viable solution to strengthen Boeing's supply chain and improve all our efficiency. For the next topic, I am inviting Agil Muralidharan. Please, can you?
Hi all, myself Akhil Muralidharan. I am here to discuss the potential solutions from research. Industry best practices suggest several solutions to address Boeing's logistical challenges. Strengthening supplier relationship through strategic partnership can improve coordination and efficiency. Implementing digital transformation such as AI-driven logistics and blockchain technology can enhance supply chain transparency and responsiveness. Competitive insights from Airbus and Lockheed Martin highlight the importance of risk management diversification. By learning from these strategies, Boeing can enhance supply chain resilience, mitigate risk, and improve its logistics. The next section will focus on analytical tools used to access these solutions and their applicability to Boeing's operations. And the next slide is analytical tools and techniques. To analyze Boeing's supply chain performance, we can use SWOT, testale, and comparative analysis. SWOT identifies Boeing's strengths such as brand reputation and weakness like supply chain inefficiency. Testale examines external factors including political and economic influences on Boeing's operations. Comparative analysis contrasts Boeing supply chain strategies with Airbus and Lockheed Martin to identify best practices and potential improvements. These analytical tools provide a structured approach to accessing Boeing's supply chain challenges, highlighting actionable solutions that can enhance operational efficiency and mitigate future risks. And the next slide is the bigger picture. Boeing supply chain challenges are not unique. They reflect broader trends affecting the global aviation industry. Factors such as geopolitical instability, economic downturns, and material shortages have disrupted aerospace supply chains. The COVID-19 pandemic exposed vulnerabilities in sourcing, transportation, and labor availability. Additionally, the increasing complexity of modern aircraft requires a highly integrated, efficient supply chain. By addressing these larger industry challenges, Boeing can develop more resilient logistics strategies. Understanding these external influences will help in formulating long-term solutions to enhance supply chain stability, minimize disruption, and ensure operational efficiency across the aviation sector. The next slide is case study analysis of Boeing. Boeing's supply chain has both strengths and weaknesses. Strengths include a well-established global supplier network, strong brand reputation, and technological innovation. However, weaknesses such as over-reliance on outsourcing, inconsistent supplier quality, and delayed production schedule pose significant risks. The 787 Dreamliner's development challenges highlight the consequence of poor supply chain coordination. Boeing supply chain failures have to lead to financial losses and reputational damage. This case study analysis provides insight to how Boeing can learn from the past mistake and implement strategic improvements. Strengthening supplier relationship and adopting digital transformation can enhance Boeing's supply chain resilience and efficiency. I am invited to next explain next slide to Javad.
Hi, my name is Ahmed Jawad MK. I'm going to explain comparative analysis. Comparing Boeing and Airbus provides valuable insights into different supply chain management strategies. Airbus maintains greater control over its supply chain by keeping critical manufacturing in-house, reducing outsourcing related risk. Boeing, on the other hand, has faced challenges due to excessive reliance on global suppliers. Airbus also integrates digital supply chain solutions more effectively, ensuring real-time monitoring of logistics. Lockheed Martin, another competitor, prioritizes supply risk management, enhancing operational stability. By analyzing these differences, we can identify best practices for Boeing, such as improving supplier oversight, diversifying sourcing strategies, and leveraging digital technologies for supply chain optimization. And the next slide is future solution options. Boeing has multiple approaches to address its logical challenges. First, improving supplier collaboration through long-term partnership can enhance quality control and production stability. Secondly, adopting digital supply chain solutions such as blockchain and AI-driven logistics can improve transparency and efficiency. Finally, diversifying manufacturing locations to reduce geographical risk can strengthen supply chain resilience. Each of these approaches provides Boeing with opportunities to mitigate existing inefficiencies. reduce production delays, and enhance competitiveness. A combination of these strategies will ensure Boeing's supply chain remains adaptable to evolving industry challenges while maintaining operational efficiency. And the next slide is short-term strategies. Boeing needs immediate actions to stabilize its supply chains. First, it must enhance supplier audits and quality checks to prevent delays caused by substandard components. Second, it should strengthen supplier contracts to improve accountability and ensure on-time deliveries. Finally, streamlining logistics so better inventory management and warehouse optimization can minimize disruptions. Additionally, increasing transparency through digital tracking tools will allow Boeing to detect supply chain bottlenecks earlier. These short-term strategies will help Boeing regain control over its supply chain operations and reduce financial losses caused by ineffectiveness. And the next slide is long-term strategies. For long-term sustainability, Boeing should integrate advanced technologies into its supply chain. AI-driven predictive analysis can optimize inventory management and forecast potential disruptions. Blockchain technology can enhance transparency and improve predictability, ensuring real-time supplier performance monitoring. Automation in manufacturing and logistics can reduce reliance on manual process and enhance efficiency. Additionally, Bing should diversify its supply chain by reducing dependency on specific regions and suppliers. These strategies will help Boeing build to more reliant, agile and cost-effective supply chain, ensuring it remains competitive and rapidly evolving aviation industry. To explain the next slide, I'm gonna welcome my colleague Raja.
Yeah, yeah, this is Rangaraja Tirunavakar. So let me talk about the four topics this time. First one is implementation strategies, and second one is managing uncertainty and risk, and external factors and risk, and conclusion. First of all, in, I take the implementation strategy slide. Then, to successfully implement the logistic improvements, Boeing the must follow the structural approach. First, based on rollout of digital tools such as the AI and blockchain, can enhance the supply chain visibility. And signed on is Boeing should invest in supply development programs to strengthen the collaboration and ensure quality control. And the third one is should be established the risk management and framework to responsibility quickly and distribution. Implementation to these the strategies will require the cross functional coordination and investments in digital transformation and shift Boeing is supply chain culture. By systematically executing this initiation, Boeing can be achieve the long-term supply chain stability and efficiency. And the next slide is managing uncertainty and risk. Managing uncertainty risk. Boeing the must productivity mitigate the future risk to its supply chain, developing the plans for the supplier failures, the geopolitical shifts, and global decreases is essential. A dividable supplier base will be reduce the dependency on any single source. The productivity analytics and AI-driven forecasting can help the Boeing identify potential risk before they escalate the investing and cyber security measure will be the product strong and risk will enable Boeing to respond effectively to distribution and ensuring the minimal impact on the protection and financially performs. Yeah, Projections approach to the risk management is key to long term of supply chain religion. Next one is external factors and risk. Boeing the supply chain and influenced by external factors, including the economic global supply chain risk and the political instability. Economically, downturns of can I lead to reduce the aircraft orders and impacting supply chain efficiency. Trade restriction and traffic can that distribute the Boeing sourcing strategy, the increasing the cost and delays. Additionally, regularly changes in aviation safety and environment politicals may be required to recur, going to the adapt to its supply chain operation. Understanding these external risk is circular the developing, adapting the strategies. By uh, the next stage is uh, finally I come to the conclusion for this topic. In conclusion, Boeing the faces a significant supply chain challenges, including the outsourcing failures, logistical distribution, and the supply inefficiency. By applying the thermoretical models as a supply chain risk management and lean manufacturing, we have the we have the and we have the identity key areas for improvements. Solution include the enhancing suppliers, improve the solution, including the enhancing supplier collaboration, adopting the digital transformation and diversing supply chain operations. Comparing Boeing with the Airbus and Lockheed Martin provides the valuable insights into the best practices. Implementation, the short term and long term best strategies will be help Boeing build the more resilient, efficient and competitive supply chain. Addressing these logistical challenges is critical for Boeing the long term success in the aviation industry. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you.